You're having a good day today. I was recently watching a video about different distribution services for music and trying to decide what to use for an upcoming project. And somebody had mentioned that there was a way to, if you use DistroKid, which is what I use here for most of my ambient music, for all of my ambient music actually, you can go in and edit the services if there's been new services added since you uploaded your music. So it doesn't do all that automatically, but as you can see, my last two releases, Floating Away, the single, and Returning Home, featuring The Missing Note, were released not that long ago, and they have all these services listed. And then I already went back and updated all of these older tracks and albums, but there are these two that I figured I would show you the process. It's really simple, but the video I watched didn't actually show how to do it, so I figured let me go in and figure out how to do it, and then I can make a quick video. And so as you can see here, these were submitted before some of these services. If you go through and look, you can kind of compare and see which ones are missing. It doesn't really matter, you don't need to know, but you can tell obviously that there's less here than there are on the newer services. So over time, as you release music, these new services will be added automatically when they're there. And all you have to do is go into your DistroKid account, click on My Music, all your music will show up here. And so let's click on this first one here. And we're just going to scroll down to under stores. It lists everything that it's submitted to. If we click add more stores, all these checkboxes will show up, and the Snapchat is one that's going to ask for an extra thing, but that's the only one that does that. So you check all the boxes of the ones you want to add. Obviously, you don't have to do this, but if you want all your old music to be available on the newer services that didn't get submitted when you uploaded it originally, this is the process. And just to submit, I don't know how long this takes for each one, but immediately as you go back, you'll now see this updated and has been submitted to all of the other ones. So I'm going to do this one as well. Scroll down, add to more stores, and there's a few less here. Click add, and that's it. You don't have to go save anything. Once you hit add, that add button, you can go back and check, and now everything is up to date. So over time, if I release something new, I'll go in and check. I'll probably check this, because you go in and look at your stats every couple of months, or every couple of weeks. And check other things on your account. Be a good thing to do to schedule, regularly going in and checking and seeing if there's some new services to add. And that only took a couple minutes for me to do all of these the other day. And you saw how quickly it took to do these. So, you could wait. If you're releasing music regularly, I think you could just wait until you are releasing a new project to go and check all the old ones. Otherwise, if you're not, it may make sense to just check every once in a while and see if there's anything new here. Again, if you want to make all your music available on every service, that is an option. If not, then you don't have to do this, so it's not a big deal. So the other thing I wanted to mention real quick is the announcement, which is I am working on recording now a brand new album, and it will be my first full-length album under the Humble Season, under anything, but for me it'll be an ambient project, so it'll be under the name The Humble Season. You can find my current music on all streaming services, including Bandcamp, but I wanted to show you what it looked like on Spotify, because I do have some actually new projects, and the way you can get there is by going to my artist name on Spotify, and if you scroll down and you look at Appears On, you can see that I am being featured on this other track by Echoes in the Well House, and A Year's Rain is the other collaborator. And we are releasing over every couple weeks one track. I think there's 6 tracks total. And then once the full album is available, it'll be available to buy on Bandcamp, I believe, and everywhere else. So you should check that out. And if you like this kind of music, and if you enjoy all my other music on Spotify, you can actually support me on Patreon. And, I don't have a way to have sponsored videos on YouTube or anything else yet. So obviously, liking and subscribing videos is the best way to support me here. But if you want to take the next step and get a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff, I post a lot of different things that you can see, the videos, obviously, and then all my streaming VODs. And then I post some studio updates, some questions, polls. But this is the best way if you're interested in hearing the new music that I'm working on before it's available. So rather than release a stream of singles this year, I decided to work on an album and release that. I hope to have it done, um, recording it by the summer, and then ideally release it in the fall, or at least by the end of the year. But if you don't want to wait and you want to hear these songs as in progress demos, as work in progress updates, as even finished songs before mastering, I will be releasing them here. So for $3 a month, you can support me and get access to almost everything. And if you want some of the extra stuff, there's another tier there. So yeah, I appreciate if you check that out. And if you decide to support me, I'd be really grateful. And you can always follow along other places, but this is the best way to get some of that stuff before anybody else, and can kind of see the process along the way. So if that's something you're interested in, getting more of that behind the scenes stuff, check that out.